825. Oh man, a couple of y'all get in here, man. Get ourselves together. That's what we gonna do.
That's how I feel today.
Oh man.
I'll
Acting.
just tip it down a little.
Oh shit.
Want to do it?
Yeah, it's good. No way. What's happening? What's happening?
Oh man. Oh, there we go.
Word up, word up.
That's a little better. That's a little better. What's going on? What's up, Carmen? What's up with it? 97 in the building.
1040
Pops, what's
gang,
going on?
Griff gang. What's happening? What's up, Pops?
What's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? We know. About to get this started in a minute. Because y'all know it's TBT Radio.
Keeping it a buck.
Because you know we don't give a fuck.
Word up, word up.
You know,
How y'all doing today?
we doing good.
I mean, what's up, bro? What you been up to, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good, Rob, man. You
Word,
know,
word.
I'm just sitting back. I've been chilling, man. Been a decent week, man. Ain't too hectic.
Right.
Kids started back school this week, you know. So I get my little girl in school and girls, I should say. But you know, I ain't been did too much, man.
Word up.
You just been analyzing what's been going on, man.
Indeed.
You know what I
man.
mean?
You know,
Paying
it's-
attention.
You know, we wasn't gonna do this. Like, for y'all that's really been keeping up with us, y'all know we've been on here since like January, February.
Mm-hmm.
We touched on a lot of different topics, a lot of different subjects. And we ain't touched one that everybody else, you know, y'all get on the book and y'all cuss him out and y'all go off just mentioning this dude's name
Saying what up?
makes the hair stand up on the back of y'all necks. So we said
The Orange Rooster.
we gonna talk about
The Orange Rooster.
Donald Trump, man. We're gonna talk about Trump. We want to get into it, and we want to slow walk it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of different, whole lot of different things going on. Anybody that's been following right now, y'all know that three of his cronies have been having to go stand in the box. And, you know, everybody's just kind of curious about what all that mean, man. So I got my homie with me today to
We was definitely
kind
checking him
of
out.
catch y'all up to speed on what exactly is going on in Trump land, as me and my wife call it.
Trump land, huh?
You know what I mean?
Well, on the farm with the Orange Rooster, man, that's what I'm gonna say, man. They on the farm with the Orange Rooster, man, and he's so damn loud, and he doing a lot of damn and people getting upset. You know what I mean? But I mean, basically what it boiled down to is with him was this, man.
His chicken heads came on the
The
roof.
shit starting to hit the fan.
Okay, I said his chicken heads came on the roof.
The shit hitting the fan, man. You know, you
got a bird named
you
Stormy.
can only do things for so long, man, and feel like that is cool and I can get away with this. And,
Right.
And you can only treat people a certain way for so long before people start to say, "Oh, I'm not fooling with you." It's just how it is, man.
Straight
And,
up.
you know, we look at how he got like you got a guy excuse me, Michael Cohen. This guy here is your hush money man. So when you act a fool, you like, hey, Mike, handle that.
Hit it cleaner.
Yeah, basically, you know, you do something wrong, you touch, you grab the wrong pussy, as he wants to say, and you got to pay for it. You know what I mean? That tends to happen. That's what he got him for. You
Oh,
know?
man.
But now this gentleman is getting indicted, or should I say, has gotten indicted, and pled guilty, is gonna cooperate.
Now wait. Ain't that dope though? Like basically it's like this here, man. So y'all cats that's out here on the streets, man, you know, y'all got shooters for y'all, you know what I'm saying? You know, some of y'all that's at certain levels. Y'all got goons, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got shooters.
He got cover up.
What kind of level you gotta be at the way your shooter is a lawyer with an MBA and with a law degree? I mean, your shooter, your hitter is your attorney, yo.
Flat out. But I mean,
you done made it.
But not only that, though. Not only that, it's crazy because you can't move up and like the dude, you can't go to the White House and then tell the guy that's been your hush money guy, catch you on the flip. You can't do that. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? And then
Right.
then you got to look at it like this.
'Cause I know where the
You-
body's
you,
buried.
you can't. Your campaign dude, Paul Manafort, your campaign guy, get caught up in some foolishness. Now, when the guy that's running your campaign, that's get you going, is up to some foolishness. I mean, if like I said, people's been seeing the writing on the wall. We've been all
Right,
seeing
right.
the writing on the wall. We've been seeing it. We've been paying attention to it. We got another guy. What's his name? Alan. I believe Weiselberg. I believe Weiselberg. I believe you say his name. He getting immunity, so he can tell some shit. You got the one dude, David Pecker. He's a publisher of National Enquirer. He got a little safe full of Trumpies. I'm gonna call them the little Trumpies.
Right.
And so, see, the thing is, man, everything that just, and like I said, we can go on and on and on and on. I'm not about to bore y'all with all those little details. I throw a couple of names. I'm pretty sure you guys already understand this. So I'm not gonna bore you with that. But what I am gonna say is this: all this stuff that's coming around is leading up to one thing, which I've always spoke about when I speak on what's going on with us and what's going on in these times. We have to pay attention to what's around us.
Indeed.
We have to pay attention to who's around us. We have to pay attention to the choices we make, be they good or bad. We have to pay attention to all this. And I say that because right now we losing as a people, in my opinion. As an overall, we losing a little bit, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And I'll elaborate on that, and I want you to touch on what you think on that after I say this. I feel like we losing a little bit because you can't go on your everyday daily thing seeing stuff that you know is wrong. Like, I know that's wrong. It ain't no way around that. That's wrong. That's inaccurate. And still say, okay, just, oops, we'll fix it. Or, wait a minute. You know what I mean? You can't do that. And sit up there and say you want change and you want America to be great and America to be better. Because what you're saying and your actions aren't equaling up. And people are starting to see it. And when people start to see it and you start to get found out, you have to figure out what you're going to do about it. And right now, all this finger pointing and blaming is starting to come back around. And we as people, we don't want to just, we got to stand up and say, wrong is wrong. Let's do something about this wrong. You can't sit back and not vote. You can't sit back and say, oh, we'll let him do it. Or you can't sit back and make up excuses for why you ain't do something. It don't work like that, y'all. And we seeing an example in the highest position. We got the highest position. They say this dude tells 7.6 lies a day.
How many?
7.6 lies a day.
Oh, let me get my calculator.
We talking about the highest position here, y'all, is advocating lying and foolishness. So people are feeling like it's okay to do this shit and look past the fact that what we know is wrong. We losing on that aspect. We losing, man.
So, let me see. Let me carry the one. You saying 7?
Don't forget the metric 6.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, John Scott.
We doing the court.
I got my John Scott in there. That's
What's up, Coach Scott?
That's the English coach, so we can get away with some foolishness on the math. We can't get away with saying something wrong, but we definitely would get away with some foolishness on the math.
Word up, word up.
Much love to you, Coach Scott. But you know what I'm saying, my brother?
1040 in the building.
That's just how I feel about that, man.
All right. That's a lot of lies, man. That's a lot of lies a day.
7.6.
Now, looking at
The only truthful thing about him is that he's an orange piece of shit. Oh, excuse me. It's your turn to talk. I apologize.
now, for y'all that know me, y'all know I'm a political observer. I'm not a political activist. I'm a social activist. I give a lot of respect to those that take the time to do the groundwork, do the research and the organization to get into a political field to try and promote change for whatever their interests are. In particular, my culture and my people. I salute that. All of us aren't here for the same purposes. I do believe my job is to kind of promote awareness. And when you look at what's going on with, like you said, these individuals that are being indicted, Manafort facing 7 to 9 years for tax fraud, failure to report a bank account in a foreign country, 5 counts of tax fraud, mind you, and 2 counts of bank fraud. Michael Cohen is getting sunk for paying off the hush money to Stormy Daniels at the direction of the president. And the reason why that's so profound is because you're actually implicating the commander-in-chief in giving you the go-ahead to commit an illegal act. No matter how trivial it is or how, dare I say, insignificant it is, the principle of it is that you're saying, I was given the go-ahead to commit a crime.
And I'm okay with covering that up for you.
One of the ones I remember the best was your man Oliver North, who basically implicated Reagan during in Panama with the missing the word, with the whole drug scandal. Contra, Iran-Contra scandal. I was only like about 7 or 8, but I remember seeing that dude sitting in front of my TV on CNN for it felt like my whole life, sitting there just telling the business. He in front, looking just like this, telling the business for like about weeks and weeks on end. But what's going on in this government, no matter how much you're invested in it, Trump is showing y'all he's lifting the skirt on all the hypocrisy of this government, the failure to keep their word, their hypocrisy, their underhanded dealings. Now, whether or not it's for his benefit or not is not here to say, but for us it is. And
it's for his benefit, all right.
You know, a lot of people run around wondering about, is he going to get impeached? Is he not going to get impeached? Can he or can't he? There's a lot of little particulars of that, depending upon who's running the Senate, who's running the House.
Which matters, people.
It matters.
It matters, people.
And I'm gonna add this right quick.
November midterms, people.
The midterms, what is it? I believe it's Georgia. No, it's either Georgia or Alabama. I'm gonna have to look it back up. But as of yesterday, they had voted to close nearly 80% of their voter room, of their polling places that were located in a population that is 65 to 70% black.
Oh yeah, I know.
So, this
some
is
fact, people.
This is well, it ain't so fun for them down there.
No, you know what I'm saying though,
because
that information fact. I know that shit.
What they're doing. This is a tactic to try to prevent this shift in the midterm election.
But you know what's so silly about this shit though? In the Senate right now, the House and Senate, them jokers run that shit right now, and shit still ain't getting done. And that was so funny when Obama was in the motherfucker. Everybody talking about, Obama ain't do shit. Obama ain't do shit. Well, he had people that was opposing him, and every time he tried to fix something or do whatever, they always want to oppose him. And the things that they did let him get through, people like, well, damn, Obama, you only did this for gay people. This. You ain't do shit for the black people. They wasn't letting shit get done. Remember that, people. They wasn't letting him. Now take this out. This will make this funny as fuck. Last time I checked, they still the majority, and shit still ain't getting done. So see what I'm saying, people? These narratives, y'all, the shit that get changed up to try to make you think, well, this is this and that is that. Basically what it is, like I got a little saying, like that's like boo boo telling shit it don't stink. How a pile of shit gonna tell a pile of boo boo it's funky? Like really? Like really? You got your nerve what? Because I got some corn in mine and you don't? No, that's not how that works.
It sounds fancy.
It does. It's so elegant. Your sheet is worse than my poo. No, it don't work like that. You understand what I'm saying? This is why, man, this awareness of what's going on, man, it don't just affect us. See, something, don't get me wrong, a lot of shit is racial. A lot of shit is racial. But some shit just ain't racial. It's common sense and it's people of fucking awareness, y'all. You understand what I'm saying, brother?
Straight
It's
up.
people fucking awareness. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I give a damn enough about you to where if we walking outside and I see a damn car coming, hey, bro. Hey, But I would do the same thing if it was some hill jack.
Anybody.
You see what I'm saying?
That's human nature.
That's it. But see, the thing is, I think we get so caught up in being hurt and mad and enraged about certain things that we don't agree with or that we don't like, that we accidentally change into something that we're not. and we tend to go off and lead that type of mentality and lifestyle. Because usually what you think is what portrays.
You become what you do.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, those are images
doubt.
you read. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading a book right now called Battlefield by Joyce Myers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's talking about, you know, the strongholds, you know, in your mind. Like I say,
I used to catch Joyce Meyer in the mornings, man. You know, when I watch.
you know, it's crazy for real. I ain't really hip to her all like that. My brother's girl hit me with the book. Shout outs to Danae. And you know, I'm just reading it, bro, and it's like it gives you a different perspective. We defeat ourselves so much. You understand what I'm saying? And that we lose the quality of thinking. You understand what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, Pop. Good looking.
You know what I'm saying? We lose the quality of thinking, and we got to tap into that. You know what I'm saying? What you talking
Let me
about,
jump
Pops?
in. The polls are going to remain open down, and it was in Georgia.
He says in Georgia.
He said they're going to remain open.
Good call, Pops.
Thanks, because what I was doing with that was just showing y'all some of the tactics. I mean, it's like some of these things are they conveniently happen. Like, who decides to vote? Hey, we're going to close the voting polls. You know, we need votes, but for some reason, you know what? All these voting polls, they all got lead in the walls. So we're gonna close them down, and we just found out yesterday. So we're gonna close them all down.
We don't need
this
all
midterm election.
We don't need all
of all midterm elections.
Because they try to keep that power.
Now,
because if they got the Senate,
right.
they know they piecing that motherfucker, man.
Right.
It's gonna be hard for nobody to do it if it ain't. Shit.
So all right, well, you know, okay, you bring it up. You bring the word up. You bring up the impeach word. Like we said,
I don't think they're gonna do it.
you know, it's based, or the chances of an impeachment will rest heavily on the political structure of the House and Senate. Right now, the Republicans control both. They're in a shaky midterm season where a lot of their swing states and a lot of their Republican counterparts that are voting by party affiliation their seats are very much at risk. You know, in some areas, they don't know whether or not it'll go Democratic or Republican. Politically speaking, because of all the things that's going on right now, hold on, pardon me. Okay, got you. You know, because of all the things that are going on, a lot of people are looking for Republican seat holders to get out in front and express their stance on a lot of these allegations. Do they agree with them? Are they for them? Are they brushing it to the side? That has an influence on a lot of base voters. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So there's so many different moving parts to that. I guess to me it comes down to you'll have to see what happens after the midterms, because if the Democrats do not get into there and gain a position in the House, a majority position in the House, right, any procedure that they press to try to run impeachment is going to get blocked. A lot like when we remember when President Obama was in office, when the midterms came, they shut everything down. They shut that shit down. They were like, you know what? They signed an agreement the day he got in office. They met at a hotel in New York and said, you know what? All right, everything this N-word try to do, we're gonna say no to.
Block, baby, block.
You know what I'm saying? Block. So we in that same position now. Now, to me, if they did impeach, you got to look at who's next on deck. Your boy Mike Pence, the vice president, has been smartly MIA during all this. he ain't had a peep. You ain't seen this joker all year. You know what I'm saying? You see Mike Pence, he like, deuces, going on playing.
Oh, Pensy.
You know what I mean? But you got to get a little background on him. You know, he's born in Illinois. He was a lawyer, ran for Congress in 88 or whatever. Didn't get elected into the Congress until 2000. He's a very staunch Tea Party supporter, which means his viewpoints is all about this flag. which is why at that Colts and Niners game, when our brothers took knees out there in the field, he walked out. A lot of people thought that was a matter of him just taking orders from Trump. In actuality, I think he just did that out of his own passions. You know what I'm saying? So he's not really for our shenanigans, as I'll put it. He ain't with the shit.
Rob, what up?
He's got a lot of affiliations and connections through Phi Gamma Delta, which is the fraternity that he was associated with. It holds a lot of famous alumni, such as guys like Stu Ivey, the CEO of ESPN, Thomas Dundon, the owner of the Carolina Hurricanes, the NHL. You've got Phil Knight, owner of Nike, Josiah Lilly of Eli Lilly, which I believe is a pharmaceutical company.
So what you feel about with them few names you done read and the few little the quick brief background you done gave it to people of him? What's your thoughts of him?
I think you have a perfect Manchurian candidate. You have somebody who can work the crowd the way they want them to, while on behind the scenes do what they need him to.
Now which crowd?
You know what I mean?
Now which crowd?
Now that's what it comes down to. You got to look at some of what his affiliations are. Conservative Christian, evangelical. I think his mass is going to appeal more to those Southern Baptists and Southern folk that are very much by the book.
Basically, like we was talking, he's the straight and narrow fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With trying to make it seem like that.
In God's name.
Right. While Trump is just like, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Trump's a loose cannon.
I can deal the loose cannon dudes. You know where he coming from. The guy that sit back and be on some foolishness, on the quiet foolishness, that's the one you got to worry about. You see what I'm saying? Because he gonna be getting things. He gonna be doing shit. If your ass don't want to be educated about what's going on, it's really gonna hurt you. So you see what I'm saying? So you hey y'all. So listen, man.
So that's what you got to. That's
awareness.
What you got to contemplate. That's what you got to contemplate,
because you
because
just know all that, man.
If the Republicans decide, you know what, we're gonna stick by our party, we might let y'all get Trump out of here just so we can put our boy up in place. We might get a little more stuff.
But
done.
you know what's great? I don't think they're gonna. I'm telling you, bro. And maybe I'm wrong.
I think they scared.
I don't think they gonna get that joke up out of there. I don't.
Okay.
I really don't. Because see, I really think that this is the move. He's the move. He's that guy for them. You know what I'm saying? Because see, listen, man. Once again, I don't have to be a veterinarian to tell the difference between a cat and a motherfucking mouse. I don't.
I don't go to y'all go.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need that. So I know what's going on. I see what's going on. We all see what's going on. So you can't, man. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. This shit ain't accidental. This ain't so. Oh, this all of a sudden this coming out because we're just tired of Trump being so narcissistic about everything. We're just come on, man.
See,
come on, man.
He's good for business.
He's got this. I'm saying. So it's like this. Like I was watching the MSNBC thing, and it was like they would say it ain't no. We can't even argue that something's going on. His name is criminal. It's something criminal definitely going on. Right. It ain't no question about that. So it's funny, but the loopholes that go with it, like, well, how do we get him though? You see what I'm saying? Because like they were saying, you know, it's certain guidelines that people break all the time in the campaign things as far as the money and stuff. It's all types of things people mess up all the time in the IRS thing.
Yeah, but see
this is what I'm saying. But this is the thing, though. They had to be able to prove that it was intentional.
And that's where your boy come in.
And that's where all these, that's what I'm saying. And that's where all these dudes that come in as getting, listen, man, the feds not give you immunity just because there's some shit to easy come along.
He done already told him what he got.
You got to come in with some shit, Jack.
And he done already
you
told
got to
him
have something to talk about. You feel what I'm saying? So all these deflector rays, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got a deflector ray, man. He wish he had a deflector ray, but it ain't working, man.
Cohen's ass sitting there just like this. I want to get a. Can I get a Coke? A Coke
and a cigarette.
Right. I was like,
and they slide and they take the pistol and paper and they be just like this. They slide it to him like,
hey,
slide to him just like.
He was like,
tell us what you know.
Because you know he Italian and shit, right? So he like, I got video. I got phone conversations. I got bank statements. I got pictures. I got the whole fucking shebang. But what I want to jet the fuck up out of here. I want a $250,000 home in Fiji the day I get out the joint. And I want my own book deal.
And they looking at him like, we'll make sure you don't get fucked in the ass by him.
He's like, deal. He's like, deal.
That's what we gonna make sure. Because the fact of the matter is, man, nah, man, you jokers, you in too deep, man. You know what I'm saying, man? The foolishness that came to a head, man.
Square biz. So,
oh man, Senator John McCain has died. Oh
wow.
Shit. They breaking news from my pops, man. Good looking, pops.
Man.
Senator John McCain passed away, man. Condolences to your family, man.
Yeah, John McCain is dealing with brain cancer.
Yeah, boy.
He's, was also, him and Trump butted heads on a whole lot. I believe the one thing they did agree on was military funding.
Man, listen, John McCain, quick to tell that. Listen, man, I done seen the little clip of John McCain where the one lady was in the audience talking about calling Obama all type of crazy names and stuff, and he just blew it out like, look, we're not here to do that. He said, basically, I'm paraphrasing, but he like, do I want this Joker to win? No, but we're not about to disrespect him like that. We're not about to do that. You see what I'm saying? And it's crazy. So you might not agree with the politics. You might not agree with what he did. You might agree with his party.
You gotta respect it.
But you gotta respect him being a stand-up dude about certain issues. You gotta respect that, because when you're in a position, and see, this is with that being said, it can take us right back into this orange Joker. This is what makes this so despicable. When you're at a position that holds power, and yeah, we know the president can only do so much because of till he get the okays and all that little good shit, whatever. That's fine and dandy. But your face is still the face.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Your face is still the face, and your actions speak loudly. And people who don't say anything about it, that speaks loudly. So, I mean, come on, man.
When Trump was talking about these convictions, when he first got word of them, the first thing he said was, it's a disgrace. He said, they got it wrong. This is a witch hunt. As commander-in-chief of the United States, your job is to serve the country. Serve the country means that when you serve the office and you serve the people, you are looking to do what you can to make this system that you're the head of work together. When you make statements like,
for the people, by the people,
when
that's what that means.
When you make statements like the FBI sucks and the special investigators is, hoes and
shithole countries,
and y'all all got it wrong, you come off like you don't really give two shits or respect the office that you're in. It's supposed to do what you want it to do, and that's his complex, man. His mindset is very, very arrogant, very egotistical. He is above the law in his eyes.
He is. When you say it's disrespect, he says like it's disrespectful that you want to even think about trying to charge me. I'm the president.
Right.
And he's like, I'm even gonna pardon my guys. And what's so funny, he said you can pardon them on the federal level, but them state boys can come get them. And Pop just put this in there too. He said John McCain said he don't want Trump to be at his funeral. So dude know he about to die. He know he up out of here. He said, hey man, look, check this out, right? I'm about to be up out of here.
Don't let him
make
come.
sure this joke ain't at my funeral, Jack.
That's
Come on,
real.
man. That's crazy. I mean, that is like that's how much I despise the way you think, dude. The way you run a country that I went to war and fought for. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
See, and then he got the audacity to even try to disrespect that man after what he done did. And Joker, you would be scared in a water pistol fight. You know what I'm saying? Joker let a firecracker off behind you and you gonna shit yourself. So you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. So that's a problem,
right.
man. And it just, like I said, my brother, man, we gotta really, you know what it is? It keeps always, no matter what we talk about, a topic we get on, man, it always seems to always go back to you and I's premise, man.
Accountability.
It's just, man, the full circle of the and knowing.
Indeed.
And having education, guys, and just knowing what you're doing, man. You know what I mean? Knowing what you're getting yourself into, knowing what we, like you said, when we was talking earlier, you said what you said about the you said something about the beast, and I was like, what you say earlier? Remember we said you said something about the something you said earlier about the beast. Anyway, the point is, we was talking about basically about knowing your enemy and knowing when you know who your enemy is.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I forgot the exact quote. He said something real good. I can't remember. I wish I could remember.
I said, it's one thing to know who the ops is, but then if you don't know that they bought your moms out, or
it was something,
or the car that you driving is a tracking device. I mean, you gotta know how your enemy operates.
You gotta roll with it, and the only way you can do that is what? You gotta study up.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe in self for one. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe in your movement. You know what I'm saying? And your movement needs to be a movement that's a productive movement. You know what I mean?
Now, here's my question. And this is my, I don't expect anybody to have an answer to it. Democrats have been silent for these whole 2 years.
They tend to be.
All they've been doing is speaking on how this dude tripping. Now, that's cool. But ain't who done stepped? No one has stepped up in that side of the aisle to be some kind of voice of leadership or rally to the masses. Everybody's trying to take advantage of the fact that, hey, we all hate this dude. So let's all scream our voices louder about how much we hate this dude. And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but the media spin at least, and I take everything I see on TV with a grain of salt. But that side of the argument has been very silent. So my question is when they do get in office, what are they going to do for you? That's another question that I think folks really need to start looking at is, okay, fine, just getting him out of there, that's cool. I remember this cartoon, man, where it might have been a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Y'all might have seen it. The mouse is in the house or whatever, you know what I mean? They're like, okay, fine, we're going to go get a cat. We get a cat to get rid of the mouse. The mouse is gone, now the cat tearing up the whole house, scratching up the walls, clawing up the couches and shit. All right, fine. Now we're going to get a dog. The dog gets rid of the cat. Now the dog is shitting everywhere, tearing up everything, pissing on the floor. So now they got to go get a lion.
What cartoon was the dog pissing the shit on? His nigga said Tom and Jerry. That nigga got Spike pissing his shit out. Hey. That was the name of the dog.
Look, man, somebody seen this cartoon, man. Somebody 30 and up and seen this joint.
That's hilarious.
But it was a moral to it, man. You know what I'm saying? So, so now they got the dog to get rid of the cat. Now the dog is a problem.
Right.
So now they got to go get a lion, and lion just fucked everything up.
And killed their ass.
You know what I mean? So, maybe. I don't think they put that on TV when we was young, man.
Hey, that motherfucker pissing and shit in the house. Them lions killing that nigga.
But you get what I'm saying?
No, I feel you.
So,
always trying to, instead of just trying to solve the problem, try to put something else or something. Like, hey, you fix it for us. You fix it for us. Hey, you fix it for us. Nah, you got to take your problems on head on. You know what I'm saying? But then we're putting these people in. You got to know the hell.
What's up, Clizzle?
What? Clay, what's up, baby? Love song, Clay. That's my guy. Support my dude. 97, man. Support my dude.
That joint is fire, yo. That little snippet I heard of Lavender, man. I see what you're doing with that.
Definitely proud of you, bro.
I like it.
Definitely. I was talking to him the other day, man. His birthday was the other day too, y'all. So happy
belated
to
bro.
My dude, man.
No doubt.
But anyway, the thing is, like, that's why when we put these people in office, or talking about what we want to make a change of, because you make up a great point. Let's not just say, oh, get the Democrats in office and then things will be better. Let's know who we putting in office. Let's know let's make sure this guy's agenda is on our agenda. Because see, and then that's what it all boils down to, man. You gotta know what we up against, man. You gotta pay attention to it. Look at you can't walk up to the bully and be like this. I'm tired of you messing with me. You can't do that.
Right.
You can't walk up to the bully and do that. You gotta walk up to the bully and be like, hey, it's enough of this shit. You might have to whoop my ass every day, but you want to whoop my ass every day. After a while, they're going to get tired of the fight. Exactly. And then one day, you might get that lunky punch off and put him on his ass. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. This is the standpoint we as a people. Like I said, I'm not speaking on black right now, black and white right now. I'm speaking on right now as the awareness of us as people. This is what I'm speaking on right now. We got to get our awareness up. Because right now, that shit is getting lower, lower, and lower. And right now, some of our intelligence is lower than earthworm shit.
Lord and who?
Earthworm shit. The scientific word is sodium earthobate. I learned that in Dr. Khan's class, and I think that was 10th grade year in science class. Sodium
gang.
earthobate. You know what I'm saying? Clay know who I'm talking about, Dr.
Hey,
Khan.
I had Dr. Khan.
Yeah, shout out. He had remember he had that albino frog and
Yeah.
shit. Remember he had that shit in the back room? Dude, he had this albino little baby white albino frog and all this other shit in the back room. He was a little weird.
Yeah,
but he was smart
weird.
as shit.
He was smart as hell,
But he
he
was
weird.
weird. Always he got a lot of dandruff all the time. He
He
was
was
walking
real
around
weird.
that little he's
That
walking with that
little
little
smock.
lab coat
Yeah.
on, with looking like he done cut up something with little spots on it and shit. And he look all today we're going to learn.
Yo, man.
Hey, but he was smart as
He
shit.
like Dr. Giggles.
You know what, Dr. Giggles, Dr. Giggles that needed Perk Plus because he definitely always has. He always had that light jumping up. It's always snowing in his head.
Oh, man.
That was my guy though.
That's for all y'all to say Griffins ain't intelligent, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the word for the day.
You remember Dr.
Yo,
Dr.
man,
Khan, cuz
word
you
up.
already know.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? But back on topic, we digress. But that's something you know what I'm saying, bro.
No doubt, man. I mean, and that's definitely something that folks have to look at. My thing is, and this, I'm gonna just put it out there. Y'all know me. I wouldn't be me if I didn't. It's like breaking up with a chick, getting back with her, to break up with her, to get back with her, to break up with her, to get back with her, and the cycle just keeps continuing to me. To me, I feel like the universe shows you things. It puts things in front of your environment to get you to focus on the message at hand. And we've been shown, we had 8 years with a black president that had exuded the most class, dignity, respect. We might not agree with all his views, but showed y'all, matter of fact, I think as of today, he's like the most favorite president to date, at least of the last two generations. You know what I'm saying? Who they feel the best president ever was, you know, is Obama. Now, probably can't get them to tell you two things that he did that they were all about, but that's not the point. The point is that you've seen all that, and now you go to this. You didn't get what should have been done then. You're not getting it now. Is it ever going to come? Are you going to keep dating this chick that keeps breaking up with you? Or do you start to actually use the rights that you have and reform this whole thing?
But you know the problem with that, you raised an excellent question because it's like the definition of insanity to keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, and so it makes sense. But the problem comes in, bro, is the awareness and the knowledge. You see what I'm saying? See, you can be tired of a bad relationship, but you used to that bad relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So you just like, well, this is what it is. You see what I'm saying? And once you get caught up in that mind state of this is what it is and this is what I'm worth, I can do anything to you. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of where we get caught up in a stance of, this is what white America is. This is what black America is. This is what Chinese America is. This is what, you know what I'm saying? This is who we are and this is what it is. You know what I mean? And sometimes everyone's mental fortitude doesn't have that amp up degree. You know what I'm saying? They don't. And I think, like I said, because that's a good question you ask. It is. It definitely is. Because what do you do when you? What do you do when you're used to this? This is what I'm used to.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And regardless if it's right, wrong, or different, when you're used to something and you're comfortable, being comfortable, nothing is better than being comfortable, even if that comfortability is some bullshit.
You know what else we got used to? Slavery. There was a time we got when we
You
had
got used to it, or do you think that?
Oh yeah, I mean, bruh, think about it.
Yeah, elaborate on that. Explain that.
If all of our people that were brought over here during the slave trade were as courageous as the ones that were to fight for their freedom, or to run away, or to speak out against, or to change the narrative. If everyone would have been, that shit would have lasted 400 years. That's my Kanye moment.
And let me ask you
it
this.
wouldn't have lasted actually 650 years.
Let me ask you this. Then.
But
if you fit it with that stance, now the people who did rise up and did rise up, they would be mangled. So like
some of them were.
You know what I'm saying? And see, the thing is,
Many of them were.
And see, that's the thing. Like during those times, even to date now, everyone that's every black person that's great to us, or that has been great to us, or we thought was great, is two things that's happened to them. One of the two things that need to happen to them. We done had some that been cool that stood through the cracks, but it's one of two things that happened to them. They've either been killed or some type of scandal, be it sexual, be it whatever.
Right.
Every person we talk, and I'm not. We're not about to get into this, but Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby did a lot of shit.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, on some you dumb as fuck, but it was so on time and I loved it. But Bill Cosby did a lot of shit, man. That was like pro-black to help out. But then, hold on. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
again, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of weird, but it's like when you say you know, we got used. I don't think we got used to it. I would have to disagree with that. I don't think we got used to it. I think what happened is that when you always seeing the main people that stand up for you get killed, and they doing shit like raping the man in front of you and killing the kids and doing all this stuff that's mentally crushing you, and it's so crazy. You do look at it like, damn man, how the fuck 100 of y'all ain't gonna fuck this one motherfucker up and keep my and you know, it looked logical to us. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, but see, I just think that mental anguish and when you always take the leader and you crush the leader and everything, and then when you do got the one out, now you gotta look like this. If it's say it's 15 men, out of those 15, only 10 of them are strong and the other 5 weak. They killing them 10, and then 5 weak ones are now left to run and lead the following one. So now people looking at it like, damn, he's soft. He's submissive. He's submissive. You see what I'm saying? I just think that was a little tougher for them. Now it's a little different, but it's more of a mental thing. You know what I'm saying?
Fear paralyzes in slavery.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think.
But also, now, I mean, y'all do have to realize, there's nothing different psychologically then to now. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Nothing new under the sun. The reason why I think it looks different to us now, yeah, we're Monday morning quarterbacking it some 200 some odd years later. But the reason why it looks different to us is because we have written narratives on how it happened. We've changed the viewpoints. We've focused on certain aspects of that history and that dark past to find something to gain strength from, find something to gain resonance from. But let's be real. This is why you have what we call the slave mentality, or you have the Uncle Tom mentality. Just like you see people at work, you know, you'll have 5 brothers like, you know what? We tired of getting paid $2 an hour less than these dudes. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go on strike. One of them brothers goes, y'all gonna do what? Man, y'all Negroes gonna get fired. Y'all, you know what? Y'all do this shit if you want to, nigga. I'm gonna be in here getting this money. He turns out to be the same one to go tell boss, hey, these brothers acting up. Because in his mind, he's gotten comfortable and accepted that this is just how it's gonna be.
Yeah, but don't you think it's different? I mean, because you said how you said it. How did you just say it was a choice or what? How did you say it?
No, that's
what I said. How'd you say it? I just asked you that,
okay. I said if there would have been more that were just as tired and courageous at the same time, I think it wouldn't have lasted as long. Now, we getting way.
I mean, but
we creating a new topic. My point of it was, I just, you know, this is just my viewpoint. You know, I don't really want to.
Nigga, you can't throw no shit out like that, nigga, and then say we ain't gonna talk about that shit.
Well, this is why I'm saying
that shit. Because
hey, look, we did that already. We did that already.
Because see that because.
But wait, let me finish what I'm saying. I'm saying that if enough people had a radical idea, you would see something radical happen. You know, too many of us have gotten so involved in studying and breaking down this monster. A lot of us think that the way to kill is to go within. There was a time when that made sense. It's a burning house. Even Dr. King called it such. You can't go in the house. This is just my view. You can't go in the house and go reroute it and go rewire it and try to make it work for you. The system was never designed to work for you. People say, oh, the system is broken. No, the system's working just fine. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to make it hard for your ass. And not just black folk. I'm talking about the poor, the underprivileged, the disenfranchised. This is capitalism. It has to run off the backs of the less empowered. It just so happens that the less empowered are more powerful in numbers than the 1%.
So then, with that being said, then saying it like that, then that's the whole is a whole mental slavery for everybody. Then,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But I mean, I just don't think we can. We can't correlate that with slavery and the shit that we're going through. Because if you saying it like that, because if you just say it's just because when you throw in the people that's underprivileged and all that, that just ain't black. That's just the white folks.
Okay,
because see, I mean, that's white folks too. Because what I'm saying is the difference is they got them thinking they a certain way and got them feeling like they love them, but they don't. They don't give a shit about them either because it's a monetary thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. But that's totally different.
Wait.
That's totally different from the slave thing, bro. That's totally different because that's some shit. That's something we experienced that on a totally different level. So now we got to deal. Not only we got to deal with the mind state of dealing with building this motherfucker and getting killed in the process. Whenever we did stand up, and even now we try to stand up on certain issues, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? To the point to where people are scared to speak out and scared to say something, or they feel like, well, cooning is more lucrative, so I'm gonna be this way. You see what I'm saying? So it's I don't, like I said, I don't agree with how you try to how you correlate that. I don't agree with that. But I mean, because I think it's I think that's a totally different topic to a degree. Well, it is. But two, I think with what's going on now in the world, to me, this is a whole people thing. Because see, this is the awareness of like keeping the dividing us and conquering us is how it's all built. You know what I'm saying? So you keeping it divided, you keeping a mental block on motherfuckers to believe that one group is better than another group. You got a mental block on another group that don't believe that they're good enough, while these other motherfuckers back here pulling the strings. And like I said, I agree with you saying about the system is working the way they want it to work. They back there pulling the strings while everybody else getting stupider and stupider while they thinking everything going a certain way. One group thinking, oh, we good, while the other group thinking is this all we can have. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. That's why we got to figure out a balance from moving forward and generating better thoughts and everything. Shit.
I believe her name is Jane Erstweiler or Jane Erstyle. I could have it wrong. She did a social experiment. She's a white professor. Did a social experiment where she basically systematically showed her white class what racism felt like. And she asked a question in the experiment, do you believe that everyone is treated fairly? And they're like, well, yeah. And said, so which one of you is ready to trade places with a black person? Not one of them would sign up for it. And I bring that up, and also bring up the airplane guy, the brother that was at the Caucasian brother that was at the airport.
Treat me like I'm a nigger.
Now, exactly. So my thing is, though we went through slavery, we weren't invisible to them. They saw how this system treats undesires. That had an impact on them. That had an impact on them as well, because it gave them a certain sense of there's a level of dignity that I'm supposed to have and a level that is beneath me. And this is why when you go to the number one supporters of Trump's base, they are undereducated, Southern, race, Confederate, Republicans that may make less money than you, probably got more half brother cousins than you could ever imagine.
Yeah, but they're not educated.
But they also say I'm not a nigga though.
Yeah, but that's
But
why I go back to what I'm saying when it's a people thing. They not educated either.
Right. But this is my point. When I was taking the whole comparison, I'm speaking on the fact that from a psychological aspect, oppression. Period. Oppression. I'm not talking about our particular what we got hit with whips and lashes versus they got hit with taxes and tariffs. I'm saying that if everyone, you got so many people protesting, you have so many movements sparking up out of your white base of people that are like, oh, whoa, we can't have this. You see what I'm saying? You have more angry white folk in this generation right now than at least in the last two. And they're not just angry at us. They're angry at who they entrusted this government to. So what I'm saying is that when people start to actually believe that they are the power will come to those people. And I'm quoting this guy right here. You know what I'm saying?
What power?
When the love of power.
I'm saying, but what people you talking about?
We speaking from political aspect. I'm talking people in general. I'm speaking on the aspect of justice. Justice has no color because justice is equitable to everyone. You know what I'm saying? Right living, fair dealings, freedom to live is something that should be to every human being. Everybody. So when you're talking on the basis of justice and you're not getting it, then you have to be oppressed somewhere. And what I'm saying is that most people take L's and cop deuces because they either rationalize making it okay or they're afraid to be the one to step into the unknown. That's period.
Okay, but I'm saying where you going with it? I'm saying, like,
what I'm saying is that who says that this Democrat Party is the solution? That who says that getting him out of here is a solution? Because maybe right now it is better that he is in here because it keeps conversations like this relevant to everybody. The fact that Trump is showing his ass in office, the fact that he's acting a fool makes us think about sticking to helping each other out more so than ever. It makes us remember who we are. Obama made us proud to be black. Trump reminded us that we are. You know what I mean?
So racist. There's still people feeling messed up about it. That's what we was saying that with Obama though. We was saying that they don't like us then. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know
right.
people. I don't know people.
So
I just think that all in all, man, we seeing a lot. We seeing it. The things is in front of us, man, and we can't miss what we seeing. Is there. We
Stay woke.
Whatever aspect you want to come
Trump
from with it,
is creeping.
whatever way you thinking about it,
he gon' find you.
It's gonna be cool.
Grab your body tweet.
He just fucking it up. Terrible. So anyway, so like I said, you gotta be able to pay attention to what the hell going on, man, and see that it's out here, man. It is what it is. You can come from whatever aspect you want to come from. You can think of it how you want to think of it. The truth is, we got to do better. That's what it really boiled down to, man.
Square bed.
We got to do better. We got to pay more attention to what's going on. We got to find a solution that's actually going to work and not just talk about that shit and not just come up with words that sound good for people and then be like, oh, when it's time for time to get things done, people become a no-show or people forget what they was talking. You see what I'm saying? Because things going to change, man. It's coming. Because if in a week we done find all this out about this dude in 1 week, and just think what else coming. You see what I'm saying? So we got to start gearing ourselves.
It's about to get ugly.
For what's up. We got to start gearing ourselves for what we got to do. We got to start gearing ourselves mentally, physically, socially, financially, all of that, man.
Did you say financially?
Yeah, all of that.
Did you say financially?
We got to gear ourselves financially.
You did say financially, right?
Definitely did.
Okay.
Got to.
You know,
You know what I'm saying?
I do get financially.
Without the money, because see, you got to have enough money to make something move.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got no money. You ain't about to
What
make too
James
much
Brown
money.
said, he said the revolution is not free. Freedom is not free, my brother. You
And it won't be televised.
know what I mean? Well, yo, that's our time, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in, jumping in and out. I know, you know, it ain't that often that we go get into the political spectrum on our show. I appreciate y'all that had the intellectual fortitude to hang with us. Don't forget, you can check us out here on Facebook, Truth Be Told, at my page, Ryle Kadir, or my man Tank's page as well, Consciousville,
Check us
Facebook.
out, man.
Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Check us out. We got episodes on there,
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
If you miss episodes, they on there.
YouTube, The Conscious Village.
The Conscious Village.
You know what I mean? And we got more things growing on that site for y'all. Right now, we're uploading archive shows. We will be adding more video footage, entertainment, promotions, and a lot of other things we got going
A
on.
lot coming, y'all.
So, yo, it's your man, Big Rob.
We
holding
building,
it down.
baby. We building, baby.
My man, Tank.
Hey, y'all know what I always say. Love each other out here, man. We up
Peace.
out of here, man. We gone.